Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett is going to happen. I don't think that the UFC is going to make Paddy Pimblett do another fight before getting a title shot. I think that they're just going to give him a title shot off of beating Michael Chandler, and I think it's probably going to happen early next year, and I'll tell you why. The UFC is starting their deal with Paramount Plus next year, where they're not going to do pay-per-views anymore. It's basically you pay for a Paramount Plus membership, and then you get access to all of the number cards. You get to watch them. You would pay $24 a month, I think it is, and you can just watch any of the UFC fights. This is a huge deal for the UFC. It's the most amount of money they've ever gotten. I think ESPN didn't give them anywhere near that amount of money. And what they're going to do with this deal is they're going to have some of the numbered cards be on CBS for free. Or they're just on cable. Like, you know, cable isn't free, but, you know, you don't have to pay for a Paramount Plus membership to watch it. You would just watch it on CBS. And I think the first fight they're going to do that for is Paddy Pimblett versus Ilia Topuria. These two guys have the biggest fan bases in the lightweight division. Well, two of. I think Makhachev has a bigger fan base worldwide. But, like, in the West, in the United States, Paddy Pimblett is a huge star. I knew who Paddy Pimblett was, like, before I even started watching the UFC. Like, he is a celebrity. He's signed with Barstool Sports. People know who he is. And I get that he hasn't really beaten anybody really that impressive. I mean, Michael Chandler isn't horrible, but like Bobby Green, Tony Ferguson, Jared Gordon, which is a fight that he didn't actually win. He just got a robbery decision. I think that the UFC is going to do this just because they need a big fight for that first numbered card on CBS. And Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett have massive fan bases. Obviously, Arman probably deserves it more. But, and I don't understand these people that are saying, like, oh, well, Arman should get the next title fight. Like, yeah, he should, but he kind of fucked it up for himself by missing weight and trying to fight a fan at UFC 300, which he got suspended for 9 months for. Like, nobody talks about that. They just talk about him missing weight. Like, this guy has almost ruined the last two cards that he's on. Like, he's not getting an immediate title fight. I don't care who he's beaten. The UFC is a company where they really dislike guys like missing weight, pulling out, and ruining cards. So he's going to have to fight again before he gets a title shot, and he seems completely unwilling to do that. So, and who knows, maybe he's going to fight Dan Hooker at UFC Qatar in November, which, if he does, that's a step in the right direction, but I don't think that even gives him a title shot. And I guess the only guy you could say other than Paddy Pimblett that deserves it is Justin Gaethje. But I don't know. I could see the UFC moving Paddy Pimblett over Justin Gaethje. And I think a lot of people would be pissed about that. I think a lot of people would be mad and complain because Justin Gaethje's won 3 of his last 4, and he's beaten much more impressive opponents than Paddy Pimblett. But I just think I think this is what the UFC is going to do. I think they're going to do Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett next year. They need Topuria to be like their guy going forward. He's the pound for pound number 1. He's arguably the biggest star in the UFC. If he knocks out and beats Paddy Pimblett in a massive fight that, like, casuals will tune in to watch Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett. They will. If he knocks out Paddy Pimblett or even just beats him in a decision, he's a megastar. He's the UFC's poster boy at that point. And at the start of this massive deal, that's essentially what the UFC needs. So That's just my opinion. I think they're going to do Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett early next year. I think he's going to get the shot over Arman and Justin Gaethje.